The GOAT. Let's
They were
get to it.
going to portions of DC. They didn't just
What?
stay
What
in
up?
DC though. They went
It was
to
in Alexandria.
Alexandria, Virginia, the surrounding parts in PG. The Benjamin Tasker child, they got shot. Benjamin Tasker's in the Bowie area. So it was like they were all over the place.
Hey, Dr. Grow, you remember they were bringing the tarps. They put the tarps down on the gas stations so that people could be behind a blue tarp while they were pumping
Yeah,
gas.
you get shot through a tarp. Yeah, I remember that.
Hey, Wack, you seen that shooting yesterday with the boy Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, they gonna have dude. They got footage of dude running on the roof, jumping off the roof. They got they got footage of dude
Yeah, it's on
actually
Yeah,
TMZ.
I
after the
dropped it
shot
in the
jumping
chat.
off the roof. They got footage of a dude like maybe a half a block away prior to walking up the street with a stiff leg, as if he could have had his rifle going down his pants leg. It ain't gonna take much. There's too many cameras places. You can do something, but getting away with it is slim to none these days. Because when you leaving, the ATMs, people's ring cameras, the traffic cameras. I don't know if you've been noticing, but a lot of these LAPD like little light cameras sitting in parking lots is too much, my nigga. They gonna catch up. They gonna map it down and lock you down. They haven't been a minute. They got the footage of the nigga. They got the footage of him getting off the roof. They gonna follow him to the roof.
Yeah, that's what I just dropped in the chat. That last link.
Yeah. So I think where we are right now with gun violence is an all-time high, and it's gonna keep climbing. You see, the little 13-year-old got caught with like 38 guns. He said he was finna go do a mass shooting in school.
Wait, what?
Yeah, 13-year-old yesterday up in Seattle. Beds
How,
he
how many
flashed
guns?
he like 30 some guns.
Heck
He was
was
uh white kid. He was ordering the parts and making them himself. Nigga had like like 12 handguns, all the rest assault rifles. Had his backpack packed, the magazines. He had the different names of mass shootings, like the schools and shit. And he happened to flash a gun on social media, and that's what made him go over there. And they found all that shit.
So
So,
like there was ghost
no,
guns, ghost guns, and
yeah, yeah, he
There
made them
was
all.
there was a
So,
school shooting
so
during
here,
while Charlie Kirk was on that podium. There was also a school shooting, a high school shooting, where four students were injured and the suspect was shot on scene, right? And like we are not
correct.
talking about that at all. We also
Yes.
that not to
Thank
mention
you.
today is September the 11th. I've not seen a single person talk about
That's because Charlie's bigger than that.
the
Believe it
only
or not,
person I've seen like at
Charlie,
a 9/11
Charlie's bigger than that.
anything is Donald Trump with his face slipping, right?
But you
So
gotta
like the
remember,
idea.
Charlie's bigger than that today. Respectfully, who he is, his following, he's bigger than the 9/11 today. It
I think
shows you
that
that.
that's I think that
I
that's a
mean,
wild thing to say.
no, that's the truth.
nah. He took over the whole
Today,
headlines.
no,
Nigga, what you
this is
talking about?
real. Like everywhere. Look,
He
he
threw a parade
swallowed up.
for him.
Listen, he swallowed up 9/11. He swallowed it up, and it happened
Have you ever been
prior to
swallowed up?
9/11. I mean, I just live in a real world, brother. It's the truth. You're looking at
9/11
it.
happened 24
It didn't
years ago.
happen today. It did not. If Charlie would have got shot today, then we would say, well, gave it a run. This happened prior to today, and it's completely swallowed it up. So who he is, his following, what happened, the people he's tied to, it's bigger than a 24-year anniversary. That's what the people saying, not me. That's what he
I
said.
mean, I mean, it's the evidence. We see the evidence. We see it clear
He
as day.
literally
There's
took
nothing,
over.
Yeah,
He
you
literally
know.
took over all the headlines the last 2 days, bro. They just had a game at the Green Bay Packers Stadium, bro. They did a whole prayer for the nigga. They
ain't
said,
said nothing about 9/11.
If you sat down with someone like Charlie, he would literally give you a decent debate.
No, I
So
seen
this
what
is
he
also
did.
like,
He
yeah,
he played off shock value, right? He was a Kevin Samuels of another lane, and some of this shit'll be true. And it's the hard truth. I didn't heard he says real shit. You just gotta accept it, but you don't want to because it's targeted at us. And then some shit he has sprinkled down with his own theory, but then surrounded with a little truth. And if you didn't know the facts, he'll beat you with it. You know, like he talked to a black individual about Chicago. The nigga didn't stand a chance. You know, he like black on black crime is at this rate in Chicago. And dude was like, no, it's people killing people. He like, no, it's black people. But
yeah.
he's hitting you with the stats, and it's like, you know, so I get it, you know, but they gonna catch him, whoever it is. I think it was an orchestrated hit by above. I think they finna target the transgender community. That been the narrative going on. They doing the mass shootings, uh, kick them out the military, take away their gun rights. They're already saying that the bullet had some transgender type script on it already. It's already their narrative. Whether it's them or not, whoever the fuck they end up putting it on, it's gonna be them. The actual dude person that does it is gonna end up in Guantanamo Bay somewhere, and the motherfucker they want to feed to the media, I guarantee you, is gonna end up being a transgender.
You know, one thing I've learned about America is this, yeah. They will convince you guys that they've actually caught the person, and then they will just release the person anyway. So if it was actually orchestrated, then if they
nigga, you from the
wanted it to
UK. You don't know what the
happen,
fuck going on over here.
nah, I'm just saying. Like, listen to me loud and clear. Trust me. If they wanted that person gone, it would just be a case of catching up, so that public can just relax, and then they'll leave him, let him go.
So
But like,
yeah,
what's the LGBT? What's
Okay.
the LGBT inscription? Like, what the fuck is that?
no, they said that early this morning because I said it yesterday. I said, yo, I believe Charlie knew something or something was going on, so they had to get his ass out of here. So they're gonna. And remember, he used to speak against the transgender shit. He spoke against that heavily. So I'm like, all right, this is the perfect time to get him out the way, pin it on them, and continue to run their narrative. So by them saying it was some LGB script on the bullet, right, was crazy to me. But it's like, here it come. Like, here this shit come. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been running a real campaign on transgenders. They've been saying these motherfuckers responsible for mass shootings. They don't need gun rights. All this crazy shit, right? So now they're saying the bullet, I guess, that entered him, they didn't retrieved it, and it was engraved with some transgender script. They ain't said what it is. So we gonna sit back and watch the
Hey,
show.
Wack, it wasn't a bullet. It was the magazine. They said it was the magazine that had
What
some shit on it.
all the one they found? Okay, well
Yeah.
there you go. So they already setting it. You know they already setting up their play. It's already.
It's already they're already declaring war on the Democrats and black people in general. They're already saying that they're tired. Enough is enough. They said, you know, a lot about a woman that got stabbed in it was in Minnesota, like the nigga that stabbed the white girl, you know, the Ukrainian girl. You know, they're already saying that, you know. that enough is enough. You know, we need
But I'm
to
gonna
we
be
need to
real
wage war.
though. It's been a war on blacks. That shit ain't nothing new.
Hey, but that situation with the Ukrainian girl on the train, though, and my bad, I'm just getting back. I don't want to repeat nothing, but I find it funny, right? When that situation that popped off with the Ukrainian shorty on the train, when we first saw it, we saw no images of what happened. The second day it came out, we saw him raise the knife and they stopped the footage. The third day it came out, we saw him stab her and then we saw the shit blurred out. But the first day Charlie Kirk get shot up through the net, an hour later, we seen all graphic images. Like,
No,
what
it
does that
wasn't no
mean?
hour later. It was right then. Niggas was filming, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
right,
it
right there.
was
But
it
Bro,
we
was
saw, but we
right
saw
there.
it
Yeah,
though. We
yeah,
saw it.
yeah.
yeah, but you got the bus. You got some footage that's controlled by a company versus footage that's controlled. It's 20,000 people out there with their cameras on. They couldn't stop that, bro.
Hey, look, it was
Wasn't no
20,000
stopping
people
that.
with their cameras. How many camera angles y'all saw when that shit
Nah,
popped off? I saw four.
That Charlie
I'm just
Kirk
saying.
execution was
What I'm
different, man.
saying is, there's no stopping people who ran out of there with it on their phone. Now, when a lady got cut, they could control that because it was on the train or bus, whatever they was on. They could control that, right? That camera footage came from there. But when you got people out there with their cameras on, bro, you can't stop that shit. Can't stop it. It's going up.
Yo,
Trust me, I know.
Ed, somebody mentioned down there like stop fear mongering. Like race war has been happening in the deep south. Okay, right. No one is causing no fear mongering.
Hey, I'll just say I find it funny that, you know what I'm saying, with this whole situation. I don't know why we get into a whole black and white conversation when this was a Charlie Kirk situation. He got shot by a white man, but for some reason now when we talk about this on platforms like Clubhouse or Instagram or whatever, it goes back to the black and white shit.
They
Why
talking
though?
about that because that used to be a lot of his derogatory content was speaking on black
But
people.
it really wasn't though. Like he really didn't say nothing crazy, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's
He
the
said
flip.
shit that black people didn't
What?
want to hear. He definitely. I could play some shit right now where he said all kind of shit. Martin Luther King didn't deserve a holiday. Um,
Mm.
he said when I get on planes and I see a black person, I don't know if they qualified or they there because of affirmative action. All kind of shit. He said all kind of
Yeah,
crazy shit.
he was talking about the pilot, and then even with the Martin Luther King. So here's my thing, right? A lot of things that he spoke about, even when it come to reparations, the black community is divided 50-50 on the same conversation. So if he's
Yeah,
saying I don't think the black community deserve reparations or it doesn't make sense, but we sit here on Clubhouse, and if anybody open a reparations room, we gonna have black people divided 50-50, half and
has
half.
nothing to do with how big that man's platforms is, bro.
Nothing at
No,
It's
yeah,
the
all.
nothing
same,
to
but
do.
it's the
No, it's not the
conversation.
same. You crazy, nigga. Do you know how big that man's platforms is? It is not the same, bro.
So we
It's
And,
nowhere
and
so
near.
so we
stay. If I'm gonna be honest, you sound like you're trying to give an excuse for why you get like,
no,
yeah.
no, no. It ain't no excuse, and I ain't defending shit. What I'm saying is, I find it funny that when somebody speaks on something, and when it comes to the black community, like whether this person is Indian, Asian, whatever the case is, and when we dig into that topic, the black community themselves is splitted and divided 50-50 on the same topic. That's what I'm saying. Like that, I think that shit crazy.
Okay, and the 50% that doesn't agree is who you're gonna hear. That's a lot of people.
Nah, facts. There's a lot of
Yeah,
people
you
either
have
way.
simple math. It's simple math. The 50% that don't agree is who you're hearing. That's why you saying why is it? because it's 50% of the people that don't agree with what he's saying.
No, but that's true. But then also, it's like the issues that are in other communities we're not able to talk about, right? Like, can I go to a Jewish community and tell them,
Nah,
you know what I mean, about what they're doing? No, they will not. They would never allow me because I'm not Jewish, right? So I find it funny how, when it comes to, black people and like what we want to discuss, we don't want other white people to discuss the issues that we are having. Why is the problem with that?
Bro, we don't want nobody discussing this shit. You
Because they
gotta
wouldn't
be even when it
understand.
comes to a black person discussing it, you gotta be a black person of a certain caliber to even speak on the black community.
Mm.
So if white
Hmm.
can't speak on it, Italian can't speak on it, nobody can speak on it. And when it comes to black people, we pick and choose who's able to speak on it. Bro, the game fucked up. Like who can speak on what? Now AI about to take over and ain't nobody about to speak about shit because they gonna make this artificial intelligence make all the decisions for y'all niggas.
Nah, but like the good thing about AI, yeah, it will actually show the people that lack creativity eventually. If it, because it will expose the lazy individuals, literally, at some point. It will. People that don't really like to think by themselves, so they have to put everything on AI. You get it will come out eventually, man.
Hey, cold world, man, cold
Hey yo,
world.
could y'all compare this to anybody else in American history? Like a young white prospect, 31 years old, obviously had a bright political future ahead of him. But when's the last time we see some shit
I
like
mean,
that?
it sounds like one to me, right? I mean, I would say JFK. I would say a lot of everything that we looked at when it comes to Charlie Kirk, this shit resembles JFK. Down to the shooting, down to the camera angles, down to who was around, down to the security and what. It's just like, bro,
You're going a little bit too far with that
I
statement.
explain to me, Crisis.
It's
That's
more
my nigga. Go ahead, bro.
it's more so RFK than JFK. The little
Ooh,
RFK ain't get
crisis.
taken
That's
out.
What y'all think about Charlie Kirk, man? Drop them comments down below. Keep that bell on. And remember, I will deliver 24/7 around the clock. What? Oh, you didn't know? But until next time, it's your boy Ray giving them gone. God bless. Peace.